Moving to the middle bar, first button on the left here is the timeline options. So here is a tabbed view, so you can have multiple timelines open at the same time. Then you've got these different settings here for how you want to view your timelines as well. You can turn on the waveforms if they're not there already. Then in the middle section is video view options. So here is the way that we see our tracks. You can see thumbnails on them, or we can see thumbnails at the start and the end, or we can see no thumbnails. Thumbnails tends to slow the computer down a bit, so probably better to leave that off, leave it on this one. Then you've got ways of seeing the waveforms. These are the audio waveforms, so you can choose between whichever one you like. Then you've got track heights. You can also do those just by dragging them like that from the middle, from between two tracks rather. Then jumping over to this section, mostly you'll use the mouse cursor and the blade. So those keyboard shortcuts are A and B for blade. And then you've got some ones here we won't worry about as a beginner. These three buttons are for inserting clips from your previews. So if I do my in and out, you can press one of these and it will insert it. So you can insert, overwrite, or replace. So usually you would just insert it and see it chucks it in. That'll chuck in that little section there. Cool. Then you've got the magnet snapping. So this will be, if you're dragging clips, it'll just sort of overwrite or leave a space next to it, which you may not want. You may want snapping on usually, and it will just snap next to the nearest thing. That's usually how you want to work. Just makes it a bit easier. Then you've got locking. Typically you won't need to use that because you want to be able to edit, but that will just lock where a clip is and you won't be able to move it. You might think something's wrong because you can't move it. It's just locked. You've got a little icon there for locked. You've got flags and markers. These are just ways to mark either a clip, so you can press M on your keyboard or you can tap on there and it adds a little marker. You can also, if you're clicked in your timeline time code thing up here and then you click marker there, it'll just drop a marker in. You can also double click on these and type something in, and then that's just helpful information for someone if you need to, or like if you're still working on something, you could put a marker in and just say I'm up to here, and then next time you'll know what to do. Or if you're watching it through and you have lots of little things you need to fix while you're watching, just tap M on your keyboard and then make lots of markers and then go back and fix those things. So they can be pretty handy. And then you've just got some zooming, so you can fit the whole thing to the window with that one. You can also zoom with those, or you can scroll that thing to zoom. Or the way I like to do it is hold Alt on your keyboard, the key next to the spacebar, Alt and scroll. And that will zoom in and out based on where your playhead is. Okay. And then over here you've got volume. So this is your main volume output. This is not the sound that will be exported at that level. That's just your listening volume. So if your headphones are too loud, you don't have to adjust your system sound. You can just turn this down as well. So that's much quicker and easier. And that's it.